What is good, y'all? It's Devin. You're watching the Bullied Boys. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching this video. People with the bell notifications, thank you again. Man, I just had a mic. I just did a video. Come to find out, the mic kept ending the video, so I did a whole reaction. Didn't even record. You talk about sick, but I was sick to my stomach, man. I had to react to something else, so we finna react when bullies get bullied. Now, I don't know if y'all remember when Boogie got into it with Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph said, "You know where I'm from, bullies get bullied." Man, I've only seen one player mess with Zebo. In his whole career and all my life, I've seen one player test Zebo. I want to say it was Julius Randle. That man cut from the same cloth, man. Anyway, let's get straight to it. There's some people.
Go back to your corner now. Let's go.
Man, you couldn't get me to fight him.
Go for it. Well, here we go. The horror's on.
I'm sure we can all agree, there's really nothing more satisfying than to see a bully get dealt with. Those kind of videos are always fun to watch.
Should have thrown the ball off LeBron's head right
the
there.
The NBA has seen plenty of those instances. Just a straight up a-hole experiencing what it's like when the tables are turned. Like when Ken Benson, who was known as a dirty player, delivers a cheap shot to Kareem's stomach, then instantly gets a reality check. I would show you what happened next, but I'm not even sure if I'm even allowed to. Let's just say Kareem got his payback while Benson received it.
Man, see, people act like the 90s was like, it was super rough, man. The 90s was not that bad. Like, now in the 90s are not that far apart. The only difference is ref gives you tech for less. But other than that, like, the fouls weren't harder and nothing. They like it's the same now. They just throw you out this time for fouls like that now. The 70s, like from the 80s before, so 80s, 70s, they hit you in the mouth. Just like the dude got hit, the boy got hit straight in that eye, shut his eye. Kareem was playing that. Got hit him with a smooth right.
Received a broken jaw. So if you're a fan of NBA bullies getting a taste of
Kareem
their own
had
medicine,
hands,
then
boy.
you came to the right place. Enjoy the video. Kevin Garnett. He doesn't quite make it on the Mount Rushmore of basketball, but one thing is for sure, he definitely makes it on the Mount Rushmore of trash talking. Throughout his entire NBA career, he's never failed
I'm
to
surprised Melo
irritate
ain't
his
hit him like
opponents.
this.
Not only has he disrespected players physically, but he has
Oh,
also
nah.
gone out of his way to say some disgustingly
No, we not doing that. You not finna slap me on the back of my head. No, sir. And see, I seen the video, what's it called? Vince Carter slapped his old teammate, man. And he slapped him back, and then the friend got thrown out because of Vince. See, that was more like play, even though, yeah, you gotta hit him back. That more, this wasn't no joking with this. You know, Kevin Garnett not even finna joke with you.
disrespectful things.
Tim Loki should have like hit him with a bow or something.
Carmelo's wife and Charlie Villanueva's health condition. He's even managed to make his own teammates burst into tears. So it was no surprise when players finally got fed up with his behavior.
Oh, David West crazy.
Checked his out. But there was one player in particular that stood up to him who just had to let his frustration out. It was Game 6 of the 2004 Western Conference semifinals between the Kings and Timberwolves. Anthony Peeler, who was on Sacramento, used to be teammates with Garnett before, so he knew all about the kind of guy he was, and got sick and tired of Garnett's overly physical play, so he gave him a little elbow to the midsection to send him a message. But it wasn't over yet. upset because the very next possession down the court, Garnett returned the favor with his own little elbow, but then Anthony Peeler retaliated right back with one that was even more vicious, as KG just stood there and took it, completely confused on what to do next. So yeah,
man, they too many balls,
Kevin
man.
Garnett is the epitome of the hold me back guy and nothing else.
I ain't gonna say all that.
Do you want to grow your YouTube channel? Do you want to earn more views, more subscribers,
Hit me with that ad.
more watch time, and of course,
Yes,
make
I
more money?
do.
Well, it might be time for you.
It's no secret.
I ain't gonna say KG's the hold me back dude, but he tried to hit him back and it didn't do nothing. He was like, crap, man, that elbow hurt. But he went to the side, he was bent over, that man was hurting.
That Michael Jordan had no problem belittling anyone who got in his way of achieving his ultimate goal. If you weren't following his program at all times, he certainly let you know about it.
I'm gonna ridicule you until you get on the same level with me. And if you don't...
See, like, there's levels to this, man. Like, I'm okay with some stuff. Like Steve Kerr, he got hit in the eye. Nah, we not doing that. And then, nah, you can't, nah. Cause we gonna have to scrap, man. If you just get hit, nah, we not doing that. And then, what's his name? Horace Grant said George said he couldn't eat. Man, I'm a grown man. You ain't finna tell me I can and can't eat.
Level, then it's gonna be hell for you.
Why you keep up that play, you big fat head fella? You should have laughed, you dumb.
Even when he was well out of the league, he always had you walking on eggshells. He was extremely hard on you if you didn't bring your A game. Like the time when he literally made Kwame Brown cry. Jordan mentally broke the man down.
No.
But what if I told you the opposite occurred back in 1984? But this time...
Why they do Kwame like that? Well, hey, he letting them shots go now. Anyone can get it.
It was the other way around. Bob Knight is known as one of the most furious coaches to ever live. He had a very short fuse, to the point where you'd rather not be around if he exploded. And after one specific game in the 1984 Olympics, he didn't care how talented a young Jordan was. He gave him an earful. Bob said after one game to Jordan's face that was the worst he had ever played, and then practically forced Jordan to apologize to his teammates for his so-called bad performance. And it was said that Bob got so irate that he actually made Jordan cry in front of everyone. No wonder why Knight was seen as such an intimidating man. But transitioning to a man who was even more intimidating than him, Mike Tyson also was...
No. There's a couple people, it don't matter what going on, I ain't messing with them. This man right here is one of them. Mike Tyson, man. I don't care what age he was. I'm not fighting. You couldn't pay me enough to fight Mike Tyson at 50-something. You can't pay me enough to fight him at 12. I would not mess with this man. That man was cut like this at 8 years old, man.
Wasn't scared of MJ. I'm not really sure how many of you know about this story, but trust me, it's pretty crazy. Back in the 1980s, there was this young actress named Robin Givens, and Michael Jordan had once dated her for a period of time, which is cool and all, but the only problem was her and Mike Tyson was also involved. I'm sure we can all agree that messing around with a woman that also had history with one of the most dangerous fighters in the world is probably not going to end well. The story goes that one night, Jordan was hanging out at a Chicago restaurant with Mike Ditka and Don King, and Tyson happened to also be in the building at the same time. And with him knowing that Jordan had once dated his girl, Tyson went over to Jordan's table and confronted him, and things quickly got out of hand. Quote, "Hey man, you think I'm stupid? I know you f***ed with my bitch." Just the thought of Jordan once having a thing with Givens, Tyson got extremely jealous, as several people had to hold him back from getting to Jordan. And Tyson's managers...
I would have been so nervous about Mike. Boy, I would have got all the way out of there. Imagine you eating dinner, everything peaceful, and then you see that big old, you see Mike Tyson come up. Hey man, I know, man, no, man. They have to hold him back. Boy, I would have been. You wouldn't have seen me open my mouth at nothing, man.
Said that it looked like Jordan had seen a ghost. I mean, who could blame him?
I don't. That's what I said. I
On the
don't blame him.
surface, it appears that DeMarcus Cousins takes no crap from anyone. He never hesitates to get up in your face if he's fuming. He definitely talks like he's the baddest man on the planet.
Until
but at the end of
Zebo.
the day, it looks like he has no bite. In 2017, he ran into someone who put him in his place. Here we have a famous clip of Zach
I'm
Randolph
from
saying this.
Bullies get bullied.
Surprisingly, not in agreement.
Now, let me share with you the backstory of this moment.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
it's pretty straightforward. Randolph noticed that Cousins was picking on one of his teammates during the majority of the game, and when the opportunity presented itself, he straight up told him what it is. You can tell that Cousins immediately got the message loud and clear. When it came to Nate Robinson, he was often the smallest.
I'm telling you, man. There's got to be something happened with Zebo. There's got to be something that happened with Zebo. I haven't seen that one person talk stuff to Zebo except for I want to say Julius Randle. Julius Randle that man kind of crazy too. But Zebo, so like they got to know something or I missed something. Cause anytime Zebo get into altercation, that's it. He ended. He say something or whatever. That's it. It's over. Don't nobody talk back or nothing. Don't nobody threaten this man Zebo for however long he's in the league. I'm gonna have to do my research because something happened. I haven't seen not one person talk to that man ever, man.
Smallest guy on the court, but he never backed down at all. He wasn't scared of anyone. He might.
Why, man? Why Nate, man? Dog, I like Nate too, man. But I can't get out. I can't get it out of my head, man.
He might have had a small stature, but he had the biggest heart, which meant he definitely had the little man syndrome going on, meaning that he always felt like he had to prove himself just to make up for his lack of size, which sometimes got him into a lot of trouble.
What's Robinson doing? Nate Robinson.
Oh my gosh. Oh. This is awful looking back on. Oh. Oh, man.
Robinson escalated to this point with those two. They've been banging and bumping since the first time they were. And Robinson getting in the face of Paul.
I will say this. It's a good thing. This man was out, like he out the league when that happened. Cause I'm sure after that happened, I promise you, everyone would have tested Nate after he got after that boxing little stint. Man, it's a good thing that man was out the league. I promise you, everyone would have been running. Like, they would have been testing him like something crazy, boy. Dog, I like Nate, too. Nate cool. But dog, man.
And I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with this.
Oh, Snoop is great, man. Oh, Lord.
That hurting.
I mean, what did you expect?
Oh,
Don't get me wrong,
no.
Having confidence in yourself is obviously a good thing, but he was
Hello.
way over his head on this one. I figured I'd put this in the video because, remember, he's the one who called out Jake Paul, and clearly underestimated him.
Beat me will probably be the biggest accomplishment for your boxing career. I'm saying, or a social media influencer, whatever. That's your biggest claim to fame right now. It's knocking out Nate Robinson. So come do it. I'm putting everything on the line. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it done.
I ain't gonna lie to man. This man Nate spoke into existence. Boy, that man got. Woo! It was bad too, cause he got dropped like 3 times. Snoop was commentating, man. And then the last one, he like bounced off the ground and was literally asleep with the camera right there. The camera was right there, man. Oh, man.
So he certainly learned his lesson. Alright guys, the moral of the story is, no matter how big and bad you think you are, there's always someone out there badder than you. If you enjoyed this video, please take the time to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Oh, not Nate. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm out.